Hi, I'm Nick Smoot. I'm the founder and CEO of Innovation Collective. And today I want to walk you through one of our innovation dens. So for the last 8, almost 9 years, we've been obsessively wondering what will build communities and economies in an effective way. And so we've really developed 3 really interesting companies. One is a services company that activates the communities and runs about 70 events per year per community. One that takes that services model and puts it into real estate and activates places, so corporate campuses, old rundown buildings, new construction, and turns them into vibrant locations full of energy, connections, new business, and authentic relationships, really the secret sauce, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. And then the final one is a venture company. And so we've spread out across the United States, and we're going to continue to serve communities in a meaningful way. And we're excited to show you how we do it and a little bit about it. So come with me as we wander through this place. It's called the Innovation Den. You can look it up, Innovation Den, Coeur d'Alene. But come with me, let's go. So first, you're going to see the Coeur d'Alene Coffee Company. And this patio here, nicest patio in town. We did it on purpose to really create a place that the community can connect. Yes, this is a tech building full of offices, and you'll see also a college and all these things, but community matters and having it open to the rest of the town. And in here, as you walk in, you'll see that it's high, open. It is old brick, left that way. A lot of it's been repaired, but not perfect, which is actually a crucial thing. And on an average day, this is easily the busiest coffee shop in town. We have government officials here. We'll have AA meetings that I see come in here. We also have a lot of entrepreneurs and different investors. So keep coming through here. And next, I want to show you the barber shop. So it goes from being a coffee shop that's open to the community, and that also on the weekends serves hot chocolate to children. So you can have free hot chocolate, which is kind of fun. Lets people come and watch cartoons. I have to stop and show you this too, though. This is not only one of the companies that started in the community, but one the fund invested in. And they have part of their R&D lab here, and it's a robot that makes bread. We put in this big window for them so that they can have a nice showcase. So when you walk in the building, there's multiple entrances, but when you walk in the main doors, this is one of the first things you see, which is an invention that's been made in this community and now is growing across the world to impact the world of bread and to build something more beautiful, more valuable. It reduces the amount of carbon, it increases the quality of the bread, and most importantly for a lot of grocers, increases their profit margin. Here we have a barber shop that started also when we started this building. So if you look in here, this was someone's dream. It's called Mavericks, and now they have 3 locations. And it's won Best Barbershop year after year after year. And what I love about that is when it started, it was only because of this building, just someone's dream. So this, in some ways, has been jokingly called the American Dream Factory. This is an example of one of our 10 by 10 offices. We have these all throughout the building. And they're different businesses anywhere from AI companies, robotics companies, drone companies. This is a kind of a social media strategy marketing company that has a presence here in this building. But these 10 by 10s, it's an interesting size and really important because they're hard to find in a community. And you'll also notice they're open air above. So you can kind of see there's no cap on the office, which is, for some people they say, well, that would create crazy sound. You can find a lot of quiet offices. You can't find a lot of offices that emphasize community. Come with me this way. And in here you'll see there's a big open room. This big open room serves for large events. We host our gatherings in here, but it also gets rented out a ton by the community. And the rentals are things that we theme towards things that add value to this project. So often they will end up being launches of businesses, pitch days. Sometimes we'll do retirement parties for CEOs of companies that are retiring. The school district meets in here, and you'll notice this giant screen with jellyfish all over it. We put this in here so that we could show different inspirational things, launches of new products, but this is also where we host cartoons on the weekends, and we invite families in to come have free hot chocolate and just hang out. We open up these doors here, they all slide. And this again is an example of low cost innovation where we designed these with our construction team so they could slide. They'd never made them before. It was cheaper than what they originally wanted to do, and it's a better function. So when we get involved with the project, we look at everything, not just the flow of the building and how we want to use it, but even down to the little details of what if we did this. And you'll even see downstairs a bookshelf that's pretty special too that we put in. Come with me up here. As we walk through, I'll give you a little history on the building too. It was abandoned for almost 40 years and no one was in here. And now on a given day, we'll have close to like 1,000 people that come through the doors. And it's for anything from business to reconnecting with friends to learning new skills from a college, all sorts of fun things. And I love to stand right here because I, like many people who grew up in this town, have perspectives on what this was way back in the day. And now they'll come through here and they feel like it's brought back to life. And when we do placemaking, we try and find a way to give life and energy to a building that reflects the transformation that's happening in the town. And here it's really done that to where you can see it was empty, dead, full of broken things, and now it's full of people and life and energy and creativity. In this community, we've even produced startups that have gone from just an idea to over $100 million in value. So it's not just commercial real estate, it's also value creation happening all around you. Come with me and I'll show you co-working as well. Downstairs, you probably noticed there's people sitting in there on the couches, anywhere from a high school student working on history, learning about the 70s, to there's an Instagram influencer down there and someone who works for a marketing agency. We have some large suites and co-working that I'll walk you through. Here's an office here. It's Memorial Day weekend. It's Friday, so it's a little bit quieter than normal, but Paul's here working away as always. This is one of the larger suites, and we do a few of these throughout the properties so that it accommodates the growing businesses. And the goal is always to be able to grow up companies and then ship them out as they continue to grow and change. Keep coming with me this way. And over here, we'll get a chance to kind of look down on the co-working. In this space, it houses anything from events where we've had an event with Apple, where we were preparing to launch a statewide education program for people to learn to code for free. And they got laptops that were gifts to all the people learning how to code, no cost to the people. And so in this room, a ton of employees from Apple, educators, all gathering together to put together that program. But on a given day, we'll have this place full of people working on their laptops. Some are here for a month. Others have full-time memberships here and they just come all the time coming through here. Something to emphasize, I do want to point out, you'll notice this side of the building is bright white. The chairs are orange, the chairs are green, the chairs are blue. On the other side, it is a darker, richer color, and it is grays, and there's brick everywhere. That's done very intentionally. When we came into the building, it was trying to set up two separate environments in this campus, which is about 40,000 square feet, because in a workplace, design matters. Community matters more than design, I will say that, but design still matters, and we obsessively think about those things as we go through our process. Come with me now this way. I want to point out a few fun things that many people would scrub from a building, and I believe it creates character and feels authentic because, as most people know, none of us are perfect. All of us are part of a bigger community. We're just kind of holding it together at times, is how people feel. And so as a building, when we came through, the original general contractor's like, do you want us to take all this plaster off the walls and then reappoint all the brick? And the answer is no. We want it to look authentic and to look real and not to be perfect, because there's something beautiful about a space like that. And this isn't about being hipster or being cool. This is about just being, to be quite frank, cost effective, authentic, and building a place where the true amenity is community, and the true amenity is this energy that's created around give first mentality, all the programming we do. But yes, space matters as well. As we swoop through this way, I want to show you, here's a picture actually of a dinner we hosted in this room right after we had acquired the building and closed on it. But that is the room that you just saw with all the 10 by 10 offices and the big theater screen, which now has housed probably tens of thousands of people. Come with me down here. And I do want to take a second and point this out too, because when I say that we told our team not to fix everything, I mean it, even down to the old weeds and vines. So these vines that you'll see behind me here, I don't know how long those have been there. But those, when the construction team came through and started to attempt to clean those off, we freaked out. We're like, don't touch them, leave it, let it be. And they thought it was funny at first, but you have no clue how many people have seen those dead vines, and they just think they're awesome. And guess what secret? As a developer, it saved us money, it saved us time and labor, and it was just authentic. And what do those vines do? Do they hurt anybody? No. Too many times we want to make nice, clean, perfect, sterile boxes, and we think that's going to make it a better environment. People want community. That's the amenity. It's not about a perfect box. Keep coming with me. We also have a larger conference room down here and two above. So at full capacity on certificate of occupancy, we could probably have about 500 people in the building, 600 maybe all at once. Conference rooms, they'll house maybe up to 25-ish. I'm gonna show you this too, because this matters. As you stand here, there's looking back into the coffee shop. And you'll notice this chalkboard wall. We set this up so that people can bring their creativity to the space. On that wall, I've seen anything from art. I have seen very, very, very angry poetry. I have seen scripture. I have seen drawings about, you can see right there, there's like Buddha / God. I mean, the community slamming up against each other, trying to figure out what they like, what they think, what they believe. And the creative side of this is we wanted to make sure that anybody of any income level could come in here and start to get that creative energy back out again, and sense that we design place to help people create more value and beauty for the world, often as people building companies. But it can even be someone who starts to write poetry. So come with me this way. And we're going to swing down this, hey. And then coming down here, we're going to go into the third level downstairs. And this down here is fascinating to me. A couple things that are really important. One is, this is the University of Idaho. It's the land-grant university for the state of Idaho. And they have their computer science and their robotics lab right here. In each of our communities, we define an industry vertical so that the town can rally their creativity, their programming, the investment capital, the research, all around an industry. So we have a city that's the future of water, the future of sports, the future of robotics is here. That's why you saw a robot upstairs that makes bread. That's why there's a robotics program here. This is the only land grant I know that has put a program off campus in a privately held corporate building. That's a big deal. So they chose to take a government institution and hold a lease in a privately held building. That's significant, important for a lot of reasons, and it also, their students get internships. It's a great relationship for everybody. Here's another one of our suites down here with a flying robot company, also called Drones. And apparently they have Elon working for them. This is that bookshelf. So not only do we design education and fun, light retail, barber shop, we also do the bigger offices. We program 70 events per year where we interview people like employee 6 from Facebook. We interview the former head of marketing from Virgin. And we also interview a ton of local people that we bring through here, CEOs and executives of companies, leaders in the town that inspire the tenants, inspire their friends. We invite in the community. This, though, is something that I've always held near and dear to my heart that I think every community needs to hold on to, is community spaces that are for fun, for leisure, for business still too, and set a level of class. Because a lot of times you'll end up in towns where the bar scene starts to go lower and lower and lower. We literally lower the bar. And you end up with this scene of alcohol and debauchery that, look, everyone likes to have fun, but there's a balance. Like, let's have some class. Let's set a standard for everyone to live up to. And so there are these clubs called Soho houses across the United States that I got to know some of the people involved with that. I was very inspired by when I lived in Los Angeles and spent a lot of time in New York, and decided I want to start to try and figure out how do we build those out in our properties. And so behind this bookshelf, you're going to see kind of an old style speakeasy bar, an old bar from the, I think, late 1800s. And then you'll also see inside of it a cigar room and offices. So come with me as we enter into what we call the lair, which is inside of the den. And you'll get a whole theme around wolves, I'll explain, which is about being more like wolves, being like a pack, entrepreneurs leading together. There's our wolf on the wall right there. One of them. They're all over the building. But in here, as you can see, it's darker lighting. It's designed to be used for social gatherings. If you're a member, you can come in whenever you want and you can sit down with friends. You bring them in here. A lot of business deals have happened in here, but also a lot of fun and relaxation. A couple things that I enjoy pointing out. These tables are from the second oldest microbrewery in the United States. I think the date, it's on a plaque over here, 1868 from Kessler Brewing in Montana. And these tables, someone had in their garage in this town. And when we started this project, we started as a vision for the whole town. When we build vision. So we told the town, put it in the newspapers. And some lady contacted me, her name was Blair, and said, hey, I have two really beautiful old keg tables. Would you like them? Yes, I would. And we bought these, and they've been a great addition where there's been so many meals around those tables of people having fun celebrating birthdays. But there have also been moments like an entrepreneur who couldn't really hold a job arguing with the rear admiral for the United States Navy at that table about an innovation. That young man's idea is now being used by the United States Air Force and many other divisions of national security. Keep coming with me. Here is a copper bar that is interesting. We wrapped it in copper, but this is the original bar top from when this was designed. And it's got all this patina you can see down where it was used. And you can see the wear marks. There's a dartboard over there that's kind of fun. A lot of fun, silly things. I'll show you the lockers. I'll show you the lockers right now. Come with me. So over here, we have lockers that if you're a member here, you get a locker and you can find anything in these. Like, people have wine, they have beer, they have tonic water, they have cigars. And it's a fun way where members pay a monthly or an annual fee and they get a key fob to come through the bookshelf. They can bring their friends down. It is a fantastic way to create community. And often people down here, they're executives, CEOs, but we make it affordable enough that college students can be in here. And it's like a different level of co-working. So we continue to find different revenue streams to really prop up a property. And in here, wolf again, right? And as we walk through, this is a cigar room, completely independent of the rest of the space, separate HVAC system, a lot of iconic people, on the walls that these people represent interesting intellectuals, presidents, actors, authors, thinkers, and to me, also my great-grandfather on the wall over there from Puerto Rico smoking a cigar, which is kind of fun. We'll sneak back behind the bar. You can come with me. We provide glassware, fridges, ice, basics. And I want to show you this because this is important of how you use space. There's a bunch of windows, and all throughout here, there's a bunch of offices that are larger, and people like to spend a premium to be down in this space to bring clients in, and you couldn't kick these people out of here with anything. Like, they will not leave. So they're very loyal tenants, and they continue to enjoy being in the space. All that to say, really what we're building is, yes, it's an excellent facility. Yes, we're doing this across the country, but there's a sense of community in these, and community is the true amenity. It is not the building only. It matters how you design it. We care about that. We work hard on that. But really, the secret sauce in building a vibrant place is having activities that are authentic, that help people feel and stay connected. And guess what? They don't want to leave. So definitely reach out to us if you have any questions. Again, I'm Nick with Innovation Collective. If you have this video, you probably are in a relationship with us somehow, and you can shoot a message back to them, or you can email us at info@innovationcollective.co. We look forward to working with you and helping create a place like this, an innovation den, that not only brings activity back to a building, but brings heart, soul, energy back to a community and economy.